Have a story to tell? I believe you. Ghost, cryptids, the unknown. Let's talk about it. This is my GhostCast. Welcome back, GhostCast fans. Welcome to episode number 18. This episode is very dear to me. This episode is about my Uncle Ruben, aka the Rebel. When I was a boy, my Uncle Ruben had gotten into a major accident, and something happened that changed him. From that day forward, he was very different. And he, rumor was it that he experienced something supernatural. Well, he's going to share that with us. Welcome to episode 18. Hey guys, welcome back to my GhostCast with your host, Therese Gonzalez. Today, I have a pretty important guest. It's my Tio, aka Uncle, also known as the Rebel. Hey, Tio, say hi to the audience.
Hey, how y'all doing, folks? How you doing, Chris? Doing all right?
I'm doing good, Tio. Thanks for being on the show.
Hell yeah. I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Oh, you might. That's a good song. That's a Kenny Rogers song, isn't it? No, Tio, hey, I was, well, let's get a little stories. Just catch the audience up about us. So anything you want to reveal about yourself to a little history about yourself to the audience?
Well, I'm 55 years old. And when I was 20, turning into 21, I had a very bad traffic accident that I want to share with y'all. That my nephew Tess wanted me to share with y'all. Not a lot of people know it, but you will after this.
Awesome. That'll be our story one. To let you guys know, my uncle is he's that uncle, that one that they used to scare the shit out of me when I was a kid. So he's the one that kind of caught me into this, and he would tell me scary stories and different stuff. A small story to catch you guys up from my uncle. One day, he said, "Hey man, we got those new raspas in the freezer in the garage. Hey, go get us a few." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that'd be a great idea." My fat ass was like, "Okay, that'd be a great idea." So he's like, "Hey, let's go get them." So we go, and he was like, "Oh, they're in there." Opens the garage door. I go in there. He closes the door, turns off the lights, starts going, whoa, starts banging on the doors, and I'm like, oh shit. And he's, I can't see. It's dark in there, and he's just not opening the door. I was like, okay, I'm smart enough to go open the fridge. Maybe I'll at least get my raspa.
The freezer.
The popsicles. So I open the fridge thinking, oh, okay, good, there's light. And I look in to the thing, and lo and behold, there's a fucking pig head. You're staring at me, and I'm like, ah, shit. And I'm like, Ruben, Uncle's hitting the door. So I slammed that because I'm like, holy shit. And now it's dark, and all the banging going on. Like, oh shit, it's dark in here. So then I open it again. Ah! So here I'm opening and closing the fridge screen until Grandpa shows up. Chingatero, ¿qué están haciendo acá? He comes over here like, get mad. And Ruben's like, nothing. He was getting us some raspas. And he finally opened the door and let me in. Chinga, that was it was scary at the time, but in retrospect, man, that shit was funny.
It was the pig head that they were using for the tamales. That's what it was. Hell yeah.
I was like, that guy's a genius. He was like, he probably thought, hey, as soon as he goes in there, he's gonna open the pig's head. Here I was thinking, oh, I'm smart. Let me open the thing, fix it. Ah, shit! What the hell? Pinche Marrano was like, you remember any of that, Theo?
Hell yeah. I think it was last year, wasn't it?
No, it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
No.
Life is good.
Yeah, my Theo, he's awesome guy. In some ways, he's kind of a celebrity here in town, so it's kind of cool to come by and come hang out with him. He's going to share a story with us right after the break here, but stay tuned. Anything, Theo? Did you want to add or anything before we get to the story?
No, we're all good. We're all good. Like I said, it's good to see you back here in town, and hopefully you come down more often.
Yeah, I'm going
so we can share
down a lot more.
So we can share some memories and create new ones.
So true. So
life is good.
Be awesome.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Edward Xavier Investigative Group, a professional investigations company with extensive experience in civil, criminal, and personal matters. Our company strives to utilize innovative and strategic planning to meet our clients' needs. In matters of child custody, infidelity, serious injury, or criminal defense, remember, every case merits an investigation. We offer complimentary consultations, so call 361-356-8898 to discuss the matter near and dear to you. Thank you for your time and enjoy the show.
Hey guys, welcome back to my GhostCast with our special guest, my Theo, the Rebel. All right, Theo, you have a story to tell the audience. Go ahead.
Well, this takes us back to July 29th, 1986. It was a Tuesday. Like I said, I was 20 years old. I was gonna in 3 months I was gonna turn 21, and what never happened. I was at the time I was working at Build a Square, where it's Sutherland's right now on Staples, and every Tuesday we were off. So this friend of mine invited me to go help him cut some grass. He said, "Can you help me out cut some grass for my father-in-law, for his father-in-law?" So I was like, "Sure, I ain't got nothing to do. Let's go." Well, we went over there, and I didn't know it was over there on Kalala and 624 and 666. And well, we were there. We got there around 9 o'clock.
So did you say, just so the audience were clear, that it was Farm Road 666?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that number's kind of significant, huh?
Yes, sir.
Shout at the devil! Go on, Theo. Sorry to interrupt you.
Anyway. Yeah, so anyway, we got there, like I said, it was at like 9 o'clock. Went to the lot where we were supposed to cut grass. He dropped me off there with a lawnmower tractor. He left me there and he went towards another way. This lot was pretty big, so I couldn't see where he went. So I'm like, well, I gotta do what I gotta do. So I started cutting grass and stuff. Time passed, about 3 o'clock, he showed back up. He said, "Let's go." I said, "Let's go." I said, "This is a big lot. I haven't done shit to it, to be honest with you. It's too big." He said, "Either you go with me or you stay." I was like, "Well, shit, what the fuck am I gonna stay here for? Shit." So we loaded up the tractor, loaded up the lawnmower, and we took off. Well, I guess it was, like half a block we went, and that was the end of that. He went straight to a tree. I guess he must have been hauling ass because I landed on the hood. I went through the windshield. I busted the seat belt. That was all fucked up. I was all boogered up. And it's hard to bring back memories like that. But anyway, somehow, according to the witnesses, I pulled myself off the hood, tried to help him out because he was caught between the steering wheel and the seat, and I couldn't. So I supposedly, according to the DPS reports, they found me 100 feet from the truck on the ground thrown. And little did I know, well, I guess it was shock. I don't know what did it, or what made me do it and stuff, but I had broken my, I tore up all my face this side. Everything was torn off. My arms were broken, my legs were broken, my femur broken heavy, it punctured my skin. And on my ankle, on my left side, the bone went right through my skin. So I don't understand how they said they found me 100 feet from the vehicle that I was looking for help or something. I don't know. But that's the day that changed my whole life. And next thing I know, I wake up in the hospital. My parents were there. Well, my father was there. So they notified my father. My sister was there. And I remember when they were there in the ER, I was at Riverside Hospital at the time. That's what it was called, in Kalalan. And I remember there, because they had me all bandaged up because my whole face was all torn off. I could only see through this eye. And I would look down. I would just look down. When I could move, I would look down and the whole floor was completely covered in blood. My dad, like I said, my dad was there. He was holding my hand. The other side, my sister, and they kept telling me I'm gonna be all right. I kept telling them no. I kept telling my dad in Spanish, "Ya me voy, I'm leaving." He was like, "No, you can't. You ain't going nowhere." And I said, "Yes, ya me voy. I gotta go." He was like, "No, you can't do this to us." I said, "I gotta go." Then I grabbed my sister's hand, and I looked down. Her shoes were all full of blood and stuff. At this time, they're putting all kinds of blood on me. So I was losing so much blood. And I told my sister, "Mary, I'm leaving." She said, "No, you're crazy. You can't leave." I said, "I'm leaving. I have to go." After that, that was the end of that. I wake up like 3 weeks later, and I was at Shoreline Hospital. But between that time, I had been in a coma for 3 weeks. And from there, I saw the most, I don't know, something I can never explain. Not a lot of people have heard about it. Well, my family has, but a lot of people have heard about it. But while I was in a coma, I saw, I don't know how to explain it. I saw like I was going through some clouds. They were carrying me. There were 2 people, one on each side, and they were carrying me. I would guess, I'm not sure, but I would guess they would be like angels or something. Anyway, they were carrying me, one on each arm like this. They were just carrying me. While they were carrying me, they set me up and laid me down like this on some stairs. And on top of the stairs, I believe it was the Lord. Could see him there with his big old beard. But he was talking to me, but I did not understand what language it was. I didn't understand a word he said until he told me no. He shook his head like this, no. That's when I woke up from the coma in the hospital. I didn't know I was in the hospital. So I tried to move and I was in chains because they were pulling back my legs to try to get them aligned. My arms were broken. My face was all broken on one side. And the only thing I could see, my mouth was wired shut. The only thing I could see was through this eye. The way they found out that I came back is that I guess there was a nurse there, and my heart started beating fast. That when I woke up from the coma, and that's when everybody started coming in. But I could not comprehend or realize that I was in the hospital. Till I don't know, I guess a day after this, when shit, what happened? Well, I was thinking in my mind, what happened? I didn't know, and I couldn't talk, so I could hear the people talking, but I couldn't respond back. And turns out I had 486 stitches on my face. All this side, I tore it all off. If I shave my beard off, I mean, you can see a bunch of scars on this side, so I don't like to talk to people from this side. I'm very self-conscious of myself, and I don't like that. Anyway, and I had my legs where they were in weights, where they were pulling them back to try to get everything back aligned. And I was in the hospital like 5 months, but I finally came out. And after numerous surgeries, a lot of surgeries, 2 or 3 years, after a lot of surgeries, I finally started walking. I mean, I would walk, but with a bad limp and stuff. Like I said, all my legs were broken and stuff, and so they had to put rods and metal in my femur and my ankles, my arms, my elbows, my face. I had 6 plastic surgeries to get it to where it was. So I just said, I don't want no more. So I just let my beard grow. Once I let my beard grow, well, I covered up my scars, but I'm still self-conscious of it. Let's put it that way. When I shave my beard off, you can see my scars, and I don't like them. People tell me, no, there's nothing wrong with you, but I know there is. I feel it. I used to be I guess you would call it, I used to be the pretty boy. Used to be. Till after the accident, I became the rebel. I became the asshole I am. To some, no. It's like the good, the bad, and the ugly. How you doing?
You still
other than that, I'm doing all right. There's a bunch of things in between that we'll discuss further on. And I don't know. What do you think, Free?
Thank you, Tico. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. That was amazing. I remember you telling us about that kind of last night, and it really affected my mom. My mom was crying a little bit last night, even after we left. You know, she said she'd never heard that side of the story. I said, well, you know, I really appreciate Theo sharing that with us. You know, I remember as a kid how you would limp around, and you know, you weren't the same person after the accident. Yeah.
Yeah, your mom was there at the hospital. She was there too. Plus, there was a bunch of pictures, but a bunch of pictures that people don't want to see.
Yeah.
They're too grotesque, I guess you would call them.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you could see. You probably saw a couple of pictures, didn't you? Where all that my baby was just hanging out.
I didn't see those. They didn't let me see those as a kid, but I saw the pictures of the truck.
Yeah.
You know, of that.
Yeah, the pictures on my face, it looked like, I don't know, it looks like the fat from the steak. The white fat from the steak just hanging out like this. You can see my teeth on this side. Right here, if I shave my hair off real smaller, so you can see I guess Houston here on my fucking head here. What the fuck? Got a road map here. What the hell?
It has an X marks the spot right there.
Yeah. I guess they had to put a little hat like Merlin and shit or some shit. A steel plate on my head. What the hell?
You start wearing that Indiana Jones hat.
Hell yeah.
Or the Pancho Villa sombrero. You get that.
Hey, something. Hell yeah. But well, I don't know. I went to a lot of therapy, physical therapy, but I went a lot to a psychiatrist. They sent me to a psychiatrist after that. I was with a psychiatrist. I must have been about 6 months and shit. I had so much anger in me, and didn't work. I had to go twice a week. Never worked. You come out, they put me in a room, dark room, with calming music and stuff. That shit never worked. I don't know. I was so pissed off. I get pissed off at myself. I don't know. I was pissed off at myself or just the idea that it happened to me. Because like I said, I was always shit. I was always the pretty one. What the hell? Not anymore. What the hell? Is all boogered up. But anyway, a psychiatrist would tell me, he would bring out some cards, some white cards with paint on them. I don't know what the hell you call them. You know what they call them?
I think they call it like Rochard or something. Oh my God, it's a Rorschach, I think.
Oh, Rosetta Stone.
Yeah, Rosetta Stone. So they were trying to see if you could speak Espanol. They're like, ¿habla del diablo?
¿Habla inglés right here?
La lotería.
No, they were like tarot cards, but just with black paint on them. I don't know what you call them.
Yeah, I think they're Rorschach cards. I think is what they're called. And they put them there.
I'm not sure.
They kind of see what you see, and they base that on kind of what your mentality is based on that. Oh, I see a bunny rabbit with big ass fucking claws. Oh shit!
Big old tits. How you doing? My kind of bunny rabbit. Anyway, yeah, I would. They would bring out those cards, and a psychiatrist would tell me, "What do you see in this card?" And I'm like, "I don't see a fucking thing." No, you need to concentrate. Look at it. I said, I don't see a fucking thing. So I'd be like, you know what? What the fuck do you see in him? You tell me, well, you got too much anger in you. I said, well, you're not the one that went to the goddamn fucking accident. So here I go again, back to the goddamn room again. Need to listen to more calming music. Back to the fucking room again. Another 20 minutes of music, come back out. Okay, now you're more relaxed. What do you see here? I still don't see a fucking thing. Tell me what you see. He's not, well, the therapy is not for me, it's for you. And like you said, to find out where your mentality is. Because my mentality was left on a fucking tree over there at 624 and 666. And I don't know, he would get pissed off and say, I don't give a fuck that motherfucker. It didn't happen to him, it happened to me. And here I go, and that's before I started having my plastic surgeries and shit. I was all fucked up. I had the scars, I mean, horrible freaking scars and shit all over my face, my head. It was terrible. It was terrible. I must have lost at least, I don't know, about 10 years of my fucking life there with all that shit that happened to me. But one thing that I still don't comprehend is why they gave me a second chance, that they told me it's not your turn. It's not your time, I guess. I don't know, I'll never comprehend why. And it's like I tell you, I did not understand the language I guess the Lord was telling me. So he told me no, and I woke up from a coma.
Wow. So you said you were, I mean, you were telling us that how he was dressed. He had a beard. You were in the clouds.
Yeah, he was dressed all in white, all in white gown, or I don't know what you would call it and stuff, but in white, and he had long hair and a long beard. And he was just looking at me downward like this because I was on the stairs like this. Where they had laid me down, I was all broken. I was all broken in pieces. So, like I said, I don't know. It's amazing. Or the doctor said it was a miracle that I survived because they had gathered everybody. My sister, your mom, my brothers, my other sisters. They had gathered everybody, my parents, and told them I had like a 10 to 15% chance of living because I had cracked my skull. I pulled through. Like I said, I was in a coma for like 3 weeks and shit, but I came out of it. So I guess it's a reminder that life is so precious. One day you can be here, you can go outside, you get shot, a plane falls out of the sky, you get dead, you killed and shit. And you never know. I was one of the lucky ones that, like I said, it wasn't my time.
Yeah, I think you and I were looking at my video where I was like, I had that voice come to me at the hospital because I wind up later on talking with a different doctor, and he was reading through what the doctors at the different hospital had told me. He's like, he goes, "Hey man," he goes, "It looks, I'm reading the stuff here, and you weren't supposed to make it."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm glad you did.
Yeah. I think I think you and I have that in common, that I actually, after this, I came back a little angrier. Yeah.
Okay, why are you angry?
Yeah.
You need some of those cards?
I already knew why I was angry. I was like, I spent a good lifetime of getting dealt that hand. So I'm like, well, I don't know. I took it as, this second chance is time to really kick some ass, and kind of really go out there and like you said, life's precious. And something you told me on the road back home today, as you said, we won't mention the other stuff, but I don't want to get in trouble yet.
I know. Yeah.
But the stuff you said was, you just here for a little bit. You might as well make the choices.
Might as well enjoy it. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Like I said, life is good. Make what it is, make it good. Why you want to be angry all the time? That was me, angry for like 10 freaking years. After my accident, I started walking, let my hair grow long, started growing my beard and shit. Go to bars with my friends, just start fights. Fuck it all. Fuck everybody.
You didn't feel anything on that side anyway, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't feel shit on this side.
You're like, go ahead, punch me right here.
Hey, but I had already had like 6 plastic surgeries on my face and shit. So like I said, I don't want no more. Cause I had to be like a vampire. They start cutting and stitching and shit. And you couldn't let the sun hit you and shit because your scars turn pink.
It's true. I remember that.
Yeah. So I was like, shit. Just that night and shit, I could go out and shit. So fuck that. But like I said, I would go to bars, a bunch of bars and shit, just to forget shit that happened and just to get into fights. That's it. Just looking for a fight. Any fucking little thing would tick me off. Just people looking at me like, what the fuck you staring at, motherfucker? That's it.
Yeah, remember that guy you're talking about, the lazy guy?
But the camaradas always helping me out. I said, but fuck, I don't give a fuck. Fuck everybody. It was a way for me to cope with it, I guess.
Yeah, I remember you trying to beat up that guy with that lazy eye. What are you staring at? What do you mean? It was like, your eye is looking this way, but that motherfucker looking at me in this. Better tell that dude to get in. It was wooden. It was a wooden eye, Tio. You should have thought of it.
Was that what it was?
That's who that guy was.
Yeah. I remember him.
Would I?
He got pissed off at that chick. The chick with a big nose. It was pretty funny. I remember he went over there. Hey, excuse me, ma'am, you care to dance? She got up all excited. Would I? He was like, big nose.
That's a good one. So Theo, just a couple of questions about your about the accident. How did it go with the relationship between you and your friend that you were helping out?
Well, I was still kind of close to him and shit till they turned around and screwed me over and shit. Because they left me in the hospital for dead, and everyone went to go visit, nothing. I know that shit. So after I started walking and all kinds of shit, we got a lawyer and all kinds of shit. So you got a 2-year statute of limitations. And when they sold the truck, Carlos, my brother-in-law, found the truck. He took a lot of pictures. Remember that? Of the truck when we wrecked? He found it at the junkyard. And they got rid of a bunch of shit. They got rid of the lots. They got rid of the actual truck. They got rid of everything. The houses they owned, all kinds of shit. So what I ended up with, fucking ridiculous. $6 million judgment. Fucking stupid. The fuck is that? But if he ever wins the lottery, the first $6 million are yours. What the fuck are you doing?
Sure, they didn't say you'd be the $6 million man.
That's where they got it. Yeah, but he was coat Seavers. I was boat Seavers with all the boats I have. That's what it was.
You're like, punch me right here.
Yeah, a $6 million judgment. That ain't shit.
That's ridiculous.
That ain't shit. Then they had given him a restitution also. He was supposed to pay a restitution. Never received a penny from the motherfuckers. I don't know. Life goes on.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I just had to, like they say, you have to forgive and shit. I don't forgive because I'm not the Lord, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. No, I totally get
that. But after, maybe I know. Well, I don't. Like I said, I don't really know why I lived. I made it, but greatest thing that happened to me, I had not have 3 kids, so
yeah,
love my kids.
That's awesome. You were blessed. Maybe they're meant to do something, and there's like, hey, nope, send him back. Yeah, he's too long. They didn't have a fishing license for you. They're like, nothing.
Yeah.
Retíralo para atrás.
Yeah.
All right, he's got a lot more to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir.
And you've done a lot. You've inspired a lot of us to be real good with our sarcasm.
Yeah.
Theo's awesome, man. He always cheers me up, especially in the dark. It was because of that what helped me. It helped me. Believe it or not, it actually helped me more often than not is not to be afraid in the dark anymore. It's like, what's worse than a fucking pig's head?
Yeah.
You're fine. Get your ass.
Sacate.
Cortar sacate. So it's like,
yeah.
Now, Theo, thank you for sharing that with us. The story is really important. Me and Theo, me and the Rebel went out today, and we kind of went and we got some footage. What we found the tree that he had hit, and we still found some glass there. We're gonna put it up so you can see it, but there's still some glass there from that accident, and that was back in what, 86? 1986. We're 2021.
We went straight. That's why I took you straight to the tree. Every year on my anniversary, July 29th, I would go over there and put a little Confederate flag there. And till like 2 or 3 years ago, I stopped doing that. But there's still a bunch of glass from the headlights and all that shit from the headlights where we hit the tree. Well, I just went through the hood. I didn't like the dash. I didn't like the dash or the windshield, so I took it out.
Is that all you got?
Made it more roomier. Hell yeah! And I must have been looking this way. Well, look at the pretty cows or something because the sun bitch I went that way out the window. Like, what the fuck? But one side looked like Freddy Krueger, and like, what the fuck? For Easter, for October, for Halloween, I was already like Freddy Krueger on one side. Shit.
I guess if they saw all the metal you'd had, it'd probably be Pinhead. Hellraiser. You became like Hellraiser, technically.
Yeah.
That it done.
I was a bunch of there was a bunch of glass and shit on my hair. I remember that shit once. Once I started, they started taking the bandages off and all that shit. And still had a bunch of little glass and shit on my hair. Well, they hadn't bathed me and shit because I was all broken and shit. So
yeah. Again, Theo, thanks for sharing that with us. The story. Yeah, Theo's got more stories that we will hit in another episode. But guys, thank you for watching. Is there anything, Theo, that you'd any advice or something you'd like to share right before you leave with the audience?
No, not really. Just like I said, life is good. Be good to one another and do what's right. Do what's right and I don't know. Everybody take care of each other, I guess.
Well, America, yeah. So.
Yeah. 2024 is gonna be good.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Or 22 if I decide to run for Congress. Guys, this is the Rebel is our guest today on my GhostCast. If you like what we do, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, I have a Patreon. If you want me to keep doing what I'm doing and get better equipment, don't forget to donate. So, again, this is Threz. Thank you for watching. This is my GhostCast.
Yes, take care. Be safe on the road.
Thank you, Theo.
Oh, hell yeah.
America. Farm Road 666. What? This was an awesome interview with Tio Ruben. This story tells about the foundation of the Rebel. This is his family story shared to you, my audience. Thanks, Tio Ruben. If you would like to support my work, please subscribe to my Patreon. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, this is my GhostCast.